every time.
Hi, everyone.
All right, you're going to throw off my...
Keep that
My
in.
head
Keep
tilt.
going. Happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Happy anniversary. We're 2. We're in the toddler years.
Oh, the terrible twos.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just the way you started that was like you were terrified or something.
I didn't realize I was the start, but
I'm
I
being
guess...
held hostage. Okay. Keep all this in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually,
For
sorry.
realsies.
For realsies these times.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Oh, no.
Bad. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coast Files, your podcast for ocean mysteries and true crime. I'm Chantel.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Megan. Hi. Sorry. Happy 2-year anniversary,
Happy 2
everyone.
years.
Somehow we did it.
Barely today.
Yeah,
barely.
today's tough, but I feel like 2 years has really flown by.
I know. It doesn't seem like it has been. This seems really surreal, actually. I'm like happy about it. I'm also like, how do we do
What?
this?
I saw some kind of a post where it was like, something for the podcast, and it was like 2024. I'm like, no.
No, that's not
Yeah.
right.
No.
I mean, it was a pipe dream in October 2023, and then we just went for it.
We also
So-
realized how much, like, things haven't changed, like, drastically, but things have changed so much in 2 years that half of us were not working,
Not
slash
working.
working part-time.
kind of. Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, that's why it seems harder now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
I mean, I'm glad we started then, though, because we started to get in the groove.
We
and now
never would have
We
started
don't
then.
really know
Yeah.
what we're doing, but we know more than we did then.
Yes.
So
yes.
starting when we were more available was smart.
Yeah. Like,
If I had to take a day now and sit down and like learn how to use editing software, I mean, I'm sure I could still do it, but like it wouldn't have been.
You wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't have
No.
evolved as much as like what I have over time,
Yeah.
and being like, oh, use this and this is better. And thankfully, I had Vadim though, because like Vadim already knows how to edit, so he helped me a lot.
that was
in
a
the
huge
beginning.
help.
Yeah.
But also, I think getting like full-time employment for all of us, because we all went from none and some to full, was that like we had enough of an understanding and say, okay, what can we do now to make this faster
Yeah.
and more efficient and quicker and easier? And so we had a little bit of a base, and then
It's
it
not
just improved.
filming 3 in one day. That's what we definitely learned.
One time and only. And
Yeah.
the first one we came in so hot because we were all so nervous. And by the last,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we're all gonna cry,
I know,
and it's
like
all
that
just
third episode. I'm sorry, Chantel, if I was half present, but yeah.
We
It's
had
okay. Very little
it
juice
was
to give.
Yeah, by that
Yeah.
time. It
Oh wait,
makes
before I
sense.
forget, I just saw Heart Eyes. It is so good.
Oh, did you?
Did
Was
you
that your
see
first
it?
time seeing it? I haven't seen
Yes.
it yet. No,
It's
Oh,
so
when did it
good.
come
If-
out? Like 20.
Oh, like 2 years ago. Speaking
Yeah.
of 2 years ago, something like that. But
What's
it's
Hard
very
Eyes?
okay.
It's
so
a Valentine Day.
but like it's like a
killer.
rom-com slasher. If you liked Happy
Oh.
Death Day, very similar to that.
I haven't seen it, but I
Like-
was interested
Oh.
in seeing it.
Okay, well then, if you've seen Clowns in a Cornfield, very similar to that. Lindsay.
Again.
No.
All right, I have homework. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Valentine's.
I
month.
also have homework because I have not worked on the book club or the movie list yet. I
Yeah.
will.
Okay, I was actually just editing episode 101, and you were definitely talking about how I
know.
made a joke like, and I said, well, maybe the book club's out by now, and then we were like, no, it's not.
hilarious. But do I think about it every day? Yes. And
Okay.
on our big long list, I got most of those things done.
Well, just remember, it is
Yeah.
now mid-March when this episode comes out.
Yeah.
So,
We don't have to talk about it because I think about it every day, so I know. Just know that one day, guys, what a big surprise it'll be. Okay.
it'll be great. So, what did we say our actual anniversary is? March 14th, I think
Something
it
like
is.
that.
Yeah.
That's when our first
so,
episode came out.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
in
let's go back to the Wednesday.
Yeah, so the
It's a
Wednesday is
Wednesday.
March the 11th. I think it was March 14th was when it first came out.
Wow.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. So we're, coming out very close to it.
And let us know, have you been listening since day one-ish? Because if so, wow.
I think it was
Thank
March
you
12th.
for sticking with
March
us.
12th.
'Cause
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. March 13th.
March 13th.
Does that sound
13th.
right?
Yeah, not 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went on Airtable March 13th. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's crazy. Sorry,
We did
I
it.
feel like a little I feel like overwhelmed because my mom gave me a story today, but then she just found her actual notes from when it happened, and it's like a ton of handwritten notes. And I'm like, I don't know if I can incorporate this at this point, but I wish I was just trying to look at them to see if there's any way I could
We
read a
can-
page.
we can do what we can for this one. And then if it's really
Yes.
good, it can be a bonus to be added on after.
Yeah, maybe she's like, there's extra information I forgot to share.
Oh my
Here's
God.
20 pages of handwritten notes.
Perfect.
I kind of need to
So-
hear that at some point. So,
Yes.
so just to kind of recap, we are going to be doing mostly written in listener stories, not listener suggestions, of which we also get tons of. These are personal experiences, like weird things, cool things, funny things. And some of our listeners are so sweet. They're like, I'm so stressed out. I can't think of anything that's happened to me that involves water. I'm like, that's very nice. It doesn't have to be water.
Mhm.
Anything that you've told someone, like,
Right.
you're never going to believe the story that happened.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be water related. The fact that you're a
or
listener.
or creepy, or like you were in the woods and
Right.
something weird happened, or
Which
Water
Yeah.
is everywhere, guys. So
Yeah.
technically,
It didn't rain that day or ever.
You are 98% water.
Right.
So
You
it's
were
already
there.
a water story.
Water is here.
So I think how
So-
we're gonna do it. We all know I have trouble with the alphabet. I think I'm
Mhm.
gonna start, and
You are.
then okay. So this is from Jack, who is a very prolific commenter, and we
Mhm.
love her so much. Instagram, and I think maybe even YouTube. So Jack wrote in. This could have been a little while ago, and so now we're kind of compiling. So. Hi, Coasties. Here you go. I was too lazy to do a diagram, but here's the story. I don't even know what the diagram is in reference to, but great. Okay, actually, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so I can just, with my poor old eyes. So in 2010, I worked at Universal Adventures of Adventure in Orlando at Dr. Doom's Fearfall.
Oh.
It is a
What?
dual launch tower ride that shoots you up like 200 feet in the air and then brings you back down slowly. What's that one at Canadians Wonderland?
The tower thing. Yeah, I
No,
know what you mean.
Yeah, it shoots you up. I think it's the exact same idea, but
Mhm.
Orlando
Okay.
has two. Like,
Mhm. Dueling.
fancy. It uses air compressors to launch the tower, and with it being a dual tower, it had 8 rows, one on each side of the tower, 4 sides in total, 2 towers. She's just trying to explain.
Okay.
And
got
then
it.
she
Yeah.
says, in my best Gus
Yeah.
from my big fat
The 2
Greek wedding
towers.
voice. There you go. I've watched that movie like once or twice, so I had to look it up, and I'm
It's
like,
a great
okay.
movie. From what I remember, it's been.
I think I was
I
too
just remember
young to
Windex,
appreciate.
like-
Yes, and also
Use Windex
bundt
for
cake,
everything.
right? But bundt cakes are a big part of it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, also the one clip I found where Gus says, "There you go." He's explaining how like every word in the English language comes down to Greek base words. I'm like,
Mm.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we found that out.
Thank you, Greece.
Yeah.
Thanks. The ride operates with either 1 or 2 people on the tower to load and check people for ride safety, important for the story.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
And I'm nervous too. And a main operator in controls, which was her. And she was 20 years old at the time.
No,
So
that
just-
like freaks me out whenever I think about that. Now, like
wow.
going to Wonderland and
I-
everything,
well,
I'm like,
I
their
can't.
children are in control of my life right now. And you know, sometimes when you're
Yeah.
sitting in the ride and they like barely touch the thing, I'm like, are you sure? Like, is it like
Chantel,
this is all I got between me and
this
falling off a roller
story-
coaster?
the story's going to change.
Okay.
Like, if you're already at this level, the story is
I
going
used to, I used to love like
no.
I would go. You know me. I would love
Yeah.
roller coasters. I love going to. I've been to so many different ones. I love it so much. But now I feel like the older that I'm getting, the more I'm like, this is dangerous.
Especially
know,
the
the
ones
other-
that like they're rolling to town. Like
Yeah.
they're unpacked in one day. I can't.
My son actually asked about going on a roller coaster like recently. He's like, "Can we do that soon?" I'm like, "Are you sure? You want to do that? I don't. Doesn't look like that much fun to me. I don't
I'm
know."
just concerned because he's tall, so soon you can't even use that as an excuse.
Oh yeah, I should try to use excuse while I can, but
Because
we'll see.
actually, it's illegal.
It's
Everyone
illegal.
is breaking the law. Yeah.
Right.
For you even to step foot in the park, it's illegal.
He's a rule follower, so that might actually work.
Oh,
So
there you
Okay.
go.
Just,
Yeah.
maybe when he's like, I don't know, 35, then he can try. Okay.
Maybe he's got like an extra 60 pounds on him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. That'll take a while.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sorry.
it was a slow day, and we had two new guys who got signed off on training that day,
Oh no.
and they were operating Tower
Oh,
1
no.
together, and then we had two vets operating Tower 2 together.
Wait, okay.
Why?
Two
Wait,
newbies
what?
on one? Like, why don't you split them?
Oh,
Because their
God.
manager is 25.
Oh, God.
I don't know, but I'm assuming. Tower 2 was going now from a two-man team to a one-man operation. So they announced to Jack, okay, that's what we're doing. She confirms that she will then watch Tower 1. Whenever someone says Tower 1, Tower 2, like, you know what I'm thinking
Oh,
of.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
No,
does-
not
yeah.
good.
I'm not even going to say it.
Maybe that's why this story is already giving me goosebumps.
It just gets, okay. So now to set up the scene where I was, the monitor was like from 1999. It was a 12 by 12 inch square cut into four to see each quad of the tower. It was black and white with out of date cameras with blind spots. Just like, I'm never going to go on a ride again. Like, I'm never.
Yeah, this is. No.
I was watching Tower 1 pretty intently because, like I said, new guys. Okay, it's good. I see the launch button for Tower 2. Get ready to launch. I look at the monitor really quick, and it looks all good. The tower starts to rise about 10 feet off the ground to weigh and fill the launch tanks with air to launch the tower. This is like, I can't believe she actually remembers how all this stuff works.
Yeah.
I look over again, and the bright red emergency stop button is on. My heart immediately sank because I had no idea what had happened at the time. Red in theme parks mean bad.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh my god.
Over the radio, I heard my coworker say, harnesses were up on Tower 1. Fuck.
Oh my God.
I look, and sure enough, there was a quad I didn't see because of how it appeared on the screen, black and white, fuzzy, with 4 harnesses up and a few people walking around. The person who
Oh
was
my
on the
God.
tower forgot that she was not in a two-man team and didn't check the other 2 rows.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Needless to say, I got fired. I
Oh,
had
no.
pressed
Yeah.
had I pressed the button 2 seconds later, I don't mean to laugh. I
Oh
I
my
almost
God.
launched 4 nice Brazilians 200 feet in the air.
Oh, my
That's
God.
so scary. Like that would traumatize me.
I would never sleep again if
Oh
I
my
were you, Jack.
God.
Sorry. I just would, like, me personally, I would
That's
never sleep again after
crazy.
that. It's not your fault.
I would
but
have
holy
nightmares
crap.
over
Yeah.
this. Maybe you do, but
It's a
Oh my
bunch
God.
of 20-year-olds
Oh,
in charge of
yeah.
people's lives.
yeah, that's definitely management needs to.
They changed
Manage.
policies and
Yeah.
procedures after that. Literally the next morning, one of my other coworkers got fired for doing the same thing. Almost launching the tower
Oh
with
my
the harnesses up
God.
in a test launch.
What
Even though
the- I
people
would
weren't
have like
on it.
someone there to like
Well,
oversee.
even though people weren't on it at the time, he still got fired, which
Yeah.
makes sense
That's
because it's
fair. Like, it
And
could
how
have
does
been
it-
the other way around.
How does it launch without those harnesses secured? Do you think there would be a mechanism?
that's another issue. I hopefully that now things are done
Mhm.
differently where it will not launch unless
Oh.
everything is clicked. Or a few years later, I went back and they had changed the harness system, so they removed the seatbelts and used hydraulics to keep people in. Okay, yes, because now, as you know, it presses down on you and it
Yeah.
doesn't release. It's not the
And if
manual.
you like you have to pee, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Why would you go on a actually no?
By the time
wait.
you're waiting in line,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if
And-
those people knew that they almost died.
I wouldn't tell them.
No.
I
If
would
I were the
fire
park, I
any-
wouldn't tell them.
No, fuck
Yeah.
no. She ends it with this fun fact: while I worked there, they did an Ellen show bit, and she was the worst. Her
Ugh.
team was awful, and it was a very bad day.
That
If you
doesn't
find the
surprise
clip,
me.
which I think I did, but I don't know if that's the exact same one. You can see me fucking mad in the background of her running with a woman who was terrified of heights. Let me know if you want any more info or anything else about these stories. Love, Jack.
Oh my God.
Oh, thanks, Jack.
Thank you,
That
Jack.
is-
I couldn't believe that when I read it the
Wow.
first time.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm glad that no one was flung into the sky that day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we have
No
heard of things
thanks.
happening on roller coasters. Like even I'm never going to forget when Fabio got hit in the face with a seagull. Remember that?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do remember that.
I thought that was going to happen
What?
to me every time I
No.
tried,
Oh.
but luckily it didn't. Okay.
Okay.
That was insane.
That's
Okay.
insane.
That was.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
And I have heard
again,
Ellen sucks, so that story isn't super. That part of the story isn't super surprising.
well,
I've
yeah,
heard.
her whole moment is what happened not too long ago. Was it just
Yeah.
before COVID or after COVID?
Yeah.
And I did find a video, so I sent it to Jack to see like that was the one. So I'll post it somehow. Maybe I'll share it through
Yeah, I
Instagram.
can put it on the blog too, like a link.
Yes.
Mm.
So as soon as we get it confirmed, because I mean,
Yes,
even
we'll
just to
confirm.
see, and I feel bad. Like I saw some of them, and people are really afraid. Ellen's like laughing hysterically. I'm like, that's mean.
Yeah.
Next story here is a very, very small one. So I'll dramatically read it as best that I can.
Please.
It's called Finger Licking Good from Alexandra from Instagram. My dad is a woods, not water guy. So growing up, we went to the Upper Peninsula to our cabin in the woods. The closest we got to water there was climbing the ice one year when part of Lake Superior froze near the shore of the Whitefish Point. That
That's
was
pretty
so
cool.
fun. Well, that's close to water.
Yeah, you're
Lake
on
You're on your Lake
Superior
Superior,
is-
yeah.
Yeah. That's
And a
crazy.
bobcat ate our leftover KFC that we stored outside in the snow to keep cold. Yeah,
That's
they'll
fair.
do
If
that.
I were a bobcat and I came across chicken.
Even if I were just like snowshoeing past,
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
oh, my
oh,
people are saving this for later. No, I'd be eating that.
Megan
little
just said that she was
bobcat-
going to steal my groceries if she was my neighbor because
Downstairs
they're
neighbor,
leaving them
yep.
downstairs. So yeah,
Just gonna do a little drive-by later.
if I see food, I assume it's a gift for me, like in a video game.
Mhm.
Like it's just no
Yeah.
one owns it.
there you go, perfect.
So and
Short,
she
sweet, but love
she
that.
had written in the first part. She had said, "I don't have any stories about water." I'm like,
That's
the-
fine.
the-
Just
the-
dig
the-
in the
the-
I want more
archives.
environments.
Tell me more about this bobcat.
I know.
And there was snow. That's water.
And we love Lake Superior.
100%.
So
Yeah.
Also,
It's
we
a
love our
winner.
listeners. So just
And we love our
anything that happened
listeners.
to you ever, just tell us. I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Yay.
All right, that means I guess I'm up for the next story.
I mean, I don't know, Lindsay. Probably.
Yeah.
Don't
And
ask
if
me.
we go in order.
Again, I don't know.
Megan
So
forgot what
this-
the order was.
I know. I was actually thought you were joking for a second, but then you
No, wasn't
serious
joking.
about
I'm so sorry. I'm so smart at other things.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
Seeing Chantel's face, realized that you actually weren't going the order after she told us
Yes.
10 times the order.
Nope. Because I knew I went first, and then I'm like steamroll ahead. I just read everything you have in front of you.
It's okay. We'll
It's
find
okay.
a
We'll
way
forgive
one
you.
time to Okay. So our next story is from Daniel. So thank you, Daniel, for submitting this.
Also, he submitted the idea for the Gibraltar Lighthouse too. By the way,
Oh,
okay, Dan. We'll keep
double
it
thank
coming.
you.
So we love that. All right. So, ladies, I would love to say I'm a day one listener, but time is make believe. So who knows? First time writer, though. I'd say you are probably a long time listener if you submitted that Gibraltar
would say.
Lighthouse.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
a
pretty
while
early.
ago. So.
and I also didn't say that one right away because, as you know, we have a couple like lined up of what we want to do. So he was very close to the start. So
Mhm.
yes.
kudos.
Thank you, Daniel. I would love to tell you about my ancestor, Mayo Greenleaf Patch. because
Mayo?
That Mayo, Mayo.
Down.
Because that is a fucking name salad. He was a marginal farmer and cottage shoemaker. He put that in quotations, so who knows?
What is a cottage shoemaker?
Shoes for the cottage, obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right.
You know, you have like how
You have your
like,
cottage shoes
dock,
and you have
dock,
your
dock
like,
shoes.
dock shoes,
House
yeah.
shoes. Yeah, okay, guys.
Yeah,
cottage
so,
shoes.
Cottage shoes. He who drank anything with an APV like it was water and vanished into history from his forefathers in Salem, Massachusetts in the 1600s. Love this. You are related.
That is a rough
to
time to be there.
yeah, that's true. But that's cool that Daniel can trace his ancestors. back to
incredibly cool.
Salem. Hopefully you are like the witches and not the witch hunters.
Well, a witch that got away, right? Obviously.
Yeah, the witches. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 generations of selectmen in Wenham. He ended up in Pawtucket, WTF,
Is that
having
not
a
on the
family.
East Coast, right? Pawtucket.
It sounds very East Coast.
Like Family Guy talks about that, right?
I don't
Like,
know.
am I crazy?
The only
well,
Tucket I
Daniel
remember
doesn't
is
know.
Nantucket.
He put WTF in the notes, so I'm just.
I
we
know
don't
that is a place. It's just one of those ones where it's like it's over here.
So Man was having a family, siring Sam Patch and ditching them all in the early 1800s.
That's
So that
nice.
must
Father of the
be.
year.
Oh, Sam Patch was also a drunk. So this must be around the
I come
family.
from a long line of drunks.
He's a liar and a thief, but he became famous for throwing himself into water.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not
Chantel.
jumping into water; it's throwing himself into
Yeah.
water. From fun and games with other children who worked 14-hour days in the mill. Oh my gosh, child
Oh
labor.
my God.
He learned how to jump off the bridge and live. He increased the height of the bridge and the depth of the water more and more each time, discovering he could make money off this. Love that. Imagine if he had
Mhm.
Instagram, he would have been
100%. Some kind of
rolling
like
in it.
jib. I said jib bruncher. Bridge jumper influencer.
Yes, exactly.
Lord help me.
Yeah.
Talk about word
I will
salad.
let y'all do some of the heavy lifting here, but he jumped Niagara Falls in 1829, but there weren't enough people watching and he wanted more
Oh.
money. So he did it again and became
Oh.
famous.
Oh
He
my
was known as the
God.
Jersey Jumper, Daring Yankee, or the Yankee Leaper.
Wow.
Some dude named Andrew Jackson named his horse after Sam, and he immortalized the philosophical and meaningless phrase, "Some things can be done as well as others." The president at the time was Andrew Jackson, so that's, just FYI.
Just in case. If he wasn't really some guy, he was
Yeah.
the president.
He's the president. He jumped the Genesee River in Rochester on Friday, November 13th, 1829, and his slowly thawing corpse was found in the spring. Yes.
Oh my
Apparently,
God.
he is referenced in the works of Nathaniel Hawthorne and Herman Melville. He also threw his pet bear cub into the river, but it lived.
Oh.
What? Okay,
Why
don't
would
throw
you
little
throw a
baby
bear? Hey,
bears.
why do you own a
mean,
bear? Number
yeah.
one.
Well, it's,
I hope you have
the
fun with
times.
this, Daniel. And I happened to Wikipedia this, and it is legit.
insane.
Wow.
So we have a photo. Let me just share. Well, I'll share the Wikipedia link, and we'll put the photo on the screen now.
Thanks, Chantel.
No problem.
And thank you, Chantal. So I just put it in our chat. So Chantal, you can see it. Megan's seen this, but
Wow.
it's actually
okay.
he has a whole Wikipedia page, Sam Patch.
Damn.
So this can be verified. Daniel, your story looks legit.
Just so insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got to make a living out there, though.
Is that a
Or, like you're
stamp?
good at something.
It looks like a
it's-
stamp almost down there. Oh no, I think it's just
it's like a cover of
the wonderful leaps of Sam Patch
Yeah.
circa.
Yeah,
18
it's
wow.
some kind of advertisement type thing.
Yeah.
And the font is going in every which direction.
Yeah.
There's no mistake
Maybe-
in Sam Patch, but it's written in a bad way. It's bad.
Yeah. It's not
yeah,
great.
yeah.
They didn't have Canva back then, guys. They didn't have
It's evident they didn't have Canva.
I wonder if this was like the origins of like parkour and stuff. Like
Parkour.
let's do dangerous things for fun.
I just can't believe that he can trace his ancestor to someone like this. Like that is
Mhm.
wild to me. And I
yeah.
don't know if this is the same person, but when you live kind of near Niagara Falls, you hear about all those time people like went over in barrels, and like some
Yes.
people live, some people don't.
Mhm.
So I wonder if I
Sorry.
saw his name before. I just didn't really.
It's
absorb
possible.
it.
Yeah. I have read some of those barrel stories. Pretty wild. No thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
But that's from Daniel. So that's amazing. If you have any more ancestry stories you'd like to
Yes,
share, please do.
Well, actually, Lindsay, I think you have one more baby one that you'll read.
Yes, from a very more recent, not so much ancestor, but
But no,
We'll get to it.
you have one more from Daniel too.
I have one from Daniel. Oh, thank
I-
you, my mom.
No,
My
I'm
mom's
like,
story.
oh.
I was like, she's not really an ancestor, but she is related to me. So.
Well, but this is another one of Daniel's
oh
ancestors.
yes, oh yes,
Yes.
thank you. Okay,
But-
so
but we'll-
one
but-
more.
Oh, wait, do you want to read it now or do you want to read it after? It's
Should I just-
small.
Should I
Just
just
read
tag
it.
it on because
Let's
from
do it.
Daniel?
Okay.
I'm just gonna read
Yeah,
it.
it's
Okay,
it's
so one more from Daniel. This is kind of funny. My grandmother, Ganga to me, cute, used to own a cottage on the Ottawa River. She would love to have her afternoon Chardonnay, put on her bathing cap, and float in the river on her back. All of us were laughing over Christmas, remembering her and the time she fell asleep and floated several kilometers downriver until she sort of washed up on the shore. But town without anything, no purse, cars, keys, or change to call anyone. She walked back because she refused to accept help.
Oh my
That's
god.
hilarious.
That's really
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
so funny.
It's
That's
it's like
really
worse than
cute.
like, like a walk of shame after like a night
Yeah,
out. It's like yeah, I got my Chardonnay, got my bathing suit. I'm just gonna walk back up the
But
river.
does that not sound like the most relaxing river ride? Like you fell
I
asleep. That's how
know.
calm
I
it is.
love
You
this.
And then
can
you
This
washed
is
up on shore.
So that's like a thing that you can do in Banff. It's you go down the Bow Valley River. So you
That river
start
is insane.
Yeah, so you can start in Banff and then I think you end up in Canmore. And then you
Oh,
we need
oh
to
my
take like a
God.
car back because it's like a half an hour ride.
Yeah.
it's very, very twisty. Like
People do it all the
it's
time.
crazy.
They get in like their tubes in the summertime. You bring some beers because it's so cold that you
Probably
can
put
just
your
like keep
stuff
your
in like
beer
a
in there.
waterproof pouch
Yeah.
or something. And
Wait, hold on. So
Exactly.
now this is just really filling in the gaps for this girls trip.
Yeah, there we
We
go.
go in summer
yeah,
and
I'm
we
down for
have a
this.
place. Wait, we have a place in Banff, but we have like a car rental that we left in Canmore. So
Well,
we
see,
can-
that's what we did when we did that big hike, Mount Tongariro in New Zealand, is that you have to actually park one car at the end and then you drive to the beginning and then
Yeah.
so that you can get back to your cars. Because otherwise it's like not,
Yeah.
otherwise it'd be like a 3-day hike to come back.
I wonder if they offer any like shuttle service too, where it's like you could drop
I
your
think
car
they
off and then shuttle up.
do, but
From
you have
Canmore
to
to
do it.
Banff?
No, not that. I mean, in the New Zealand one that I did, I think they
Okay.
had a shuttle bus that they did. But otherwise, you can take like a
Hmm.
regular bus from Canmore to Banff, but it's long. I wouldn't want to do that after relaxing
I
all
like
day.
the driving idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Dan, those are amazing.
Yes,
Thank you,
I mean,
Daniel.
if you have any other, I mean, that was already a lot, but if you have any more, please let us know.
Tell us more.
Okay. So
Okay.
now this is one from Reddit, but I just still thought it was really good, and it is from Cape Breton. So I had to. Obviously, I'm a little bit
Obviously.
biased. Okay. I don't have any explanation for what we saw. So I've never really been a big believer in paranormal stuff, but I just got back from vacation with my girlfriend, and now I'm second guessing myself. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada, and about 20% of Nova Scotia is an island not connected to the mainland named Cape Breton.
Sounds familiar.
My girlfriend and I thought it would be fun to rent a tiny house/cabin for a week on Cape Breton. It was way out in the middle of nowhere, kilometers from anything at all, way up in the Cape Breton Highlands. You guys have been there.
Yes.
That's
Cell
where my
phones don't
bungalow
work.
is. No, neither does the radio because the mountains block it. It's actually kind of creepy. Why do we live there? Okay. The couple that owns this cabin told us we were allowed to drink and smoke weed, he says, if we wanted to, but just smoke outside. 3 of the 7 days we were there, it was raining. That's just so classic.
Yeah.
That's so Nova Scotia.
Welcome to
Sorry.
Cape Breton.
Yeah.
So when we wanted to smoke, we took our car just down the road. We had found this weird old construction area where it looked like they were mining for something, and a lot of the holes that they had dug were now filled with water. That sounds terrifying.
Mhm.
And all the heavy machinery were just left there. It looked like it hadn't been used in over 50 years. Everything was overgrown. That's so creepy. I don't
Mhm.
get
It is.
paranoid when I smoke weed, and I very rarely ever do. But I don't know if I'd want to be in that kind of environment and like get high
Mhm.
or drunk. I feel like my brain would just.
Yeah, I like to be very safe. I like to know where I
Yeah,
am. I
at
like to
home,
know.
cozy.
Yes, I can be
A
indoors very
blanket should be
quickly.
involved.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I'm watching like a weird karate movie or a really
Or
bad
I don't mind being
something.
like daytime hike. Like that's okay to me.
Yeah.
But
This sounds like
this
nighttime,
no.
raining, abandoned construction site, mining
Yeah.
area. Okay.
To be
So
honest,
anyway,
it's been years now since I've even been high. So
It's been
I
days
have
for me.
days.
I have a canned beverage that Damien got, and it's like a creamsicle flavor, which I like, but not normally for a whole can. But it's like a weed infused one, and I'm thinking like Super Bowl nachos,
Ooh,
Mhm.
I
I
love
might
this
do that.
combination.
right? And also football is like a safe space for me because I'm hardly paying attention. Okay, so one night we went down there, and I drove back as far as I could and parked next to this old excavator in front of a pond and left the car/headlights on. We were probably halfway through a joint, just talking, and I was looking straight ahead, listening to her talk. All of a sudden, 40 or 50 meters in front of us, I didn't do the conversion, I'm sorry,
How many
floating
shacks?
above. You know what? We'll figure it out. And
Yeah.
no, I won't do that. I'm sorry. I won't.
It's like 20 something shacks.
Yeah, this isn't your story; it's someone else's story. So it makes
That's
Yeah.
right. So about 50 meters in front of us, floating above this pond, was a big ball of what looked like blue smoke, the kind you would see coming out of an exhaust pipe, about the size of a basketball. Oh my God, maybe it was Shaq.
Maybe.
It was just kind of slowly appearing out of nowhere. Then it started spinning and spiraling upward, almost into a diamond shape. Then kind of like a playing, oh, sorry, into a diamond shape, kind of like a playing card, until it was about the size of a person. It sat for about 5 seconds and then quickly floated at us directly while dispersing like a fog.
A flog.
Right, a flog, right over my car, and then it vanished.
Okay.
I didn't say a word.
What?
I just put the car in reverse and left. I thought, man, you must be high as shit right now. But then my girlfriend said, what was that? You saw that, right? She had explained exactly what I had saw, and we discovered it was the same thing. It wasn't foggy or windy that night, and the nearest house was our cabin, almost 10 kilometers away. I don't know
That's
what it
weird.
was, but we didn't go down there anymore after that.
Yeah, that's like hard to explain.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when it becomes like sentient. And
Maybe
it's, like,
God
moving
was like
towards
smoking
you.
a joint with you, and he was just like doing like fun, little
Just
smoke
Kind of like
things,
when
smoke
Gandalf
tricks.
blows the smoke and it's like
Yeah.
a ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember when we were at your cabin for your
Huh?
bachelorette party
Mhm.
and things got like we got some real weird pictures? Do you remember?
Yeah.
They didn't develop correctly or something.
You say develop like we were in the
Well,
the
I
dark
know.
room.
So we-
No, we were going down we were following that weird car, remember?
We were going to the
were-
graveyard.
yeah.
Was that a graveyard
was
back there?
like-
But there was also like a weird car piece back there or something too.
There was well, there's a couple different things. So
Like it
This
was like
one,
we were
yeah.
foggy or something. It's hard to probably
Yeah.
tell from right here.
Front,
Maybe
it's
I
hard
can
to
put
see.
it on.
Yeah.
the
I'll
color
pop it
looks
in.
off. That we almost
Yes.
look like there's like a haze on just us. Like and not
Yes.
even yeah, it's weird.
It is
Yeah,
very
it's
weird.
even hazier here, kind of. But everything else is
Yeah.
crystal clear. But we look like
It was
ghosts.
just our faces that got really, yeah. Something's
remember
going on in
that-
Cape Breton.
Remember we brought down the Ouija board and the tarot cards.
And then we were like,
And
this doesn't feel right.
I just didn't feel right. And then we pulled a tarot card.
Hey
and
guys,
I-
if it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
Don't do it. And then the tarot card basically just said something about God, I forget what it was, but it was good. It was like it gave the vibe like you're learning, you're allowed to be here, you're being respectful. I wish I could remember what card it was.
Because
it
it
was-
ended up being like a family's graveyard type thing, basically.
Yeah, it was a whole
Yeah,
family
a
plot.
pioneer family. So I'm
yeah.
sure there's tons of these. I'm
Mhm.
sure all over, like especially the East Coast of the United States, where everyone initially kind of settled.
Mhm.
And it was one of the major families that lived out in that area. And so obviously people will span out and have their own land. But I guess as everyone started to die, the whole family was buried in one spot. So they call it a pioneer family because they were essentially the only family in that area for hundreds of
Mm.
years.
Wow.
Remember them? I
Yeah.
found them online. Like the
You found
Find a
them
Grave?
online
Yeah,
afterwards, yeah.
yeah, it was pretty
Anyway,
cool. I some of the
creepy.
gravestones are unfortunately need some repair, but
Very.
Yeah.
And some even toppled over.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Okay, I'll get us on our next story here.
Okay.
So this is called Almost Drowning in Hawaii, and it comes from Maddie from Instagram. Thank
Who
you,
we love.
Maddie. So in summer of 2019, I was visiting Hawaii with my sister and grandma. Just as an aside, I would like to say the native people of Hawaii are trying to get tourists to not visit due to the destruction of their native environment. While I know it's a beautiful area, I would urge others not to visit other islands to avoid further destruction of the land. I was not aware of
Oh.
this when I visited, and I would not visit again. Okay,
Is that
back
just
to my
some
story.
islands or is it?
Well, I know
All
that
of
it's Hawaii
Hawaii.
specifically. There's
Yeah.
kind of a campaign to say
I know, but
it's
there's a lot of
rough.
back and forth too, because then they're
'Cause
like,
they
well,
need
a lot of our
tourism.
money
Need
comes from
tourism,
tourism.
too.
Yeah,
know.
so yeah.
So just figure
But-
out what areas want tourists. Maybe.
Yes, it's all about
Before you
Sustainable.
or not so, or like, if you're gonna tour anywhere, just be nice. I even see that freaking here, like
I know.
where I used to camp, and there's just trash all over the areas. I'm like, why are you coming here if you're just gonna throw trash everywhere? Anyways, okay. I can't remember which island I was on or what beach I was at, but I was having a wonderful time sun tanning on the sand. A half hour later, I was walking along the dock and watching some local kids jump off and have a delightful time in the water. I thought to myself, well, I can swim. Let me join them. So I proceeded to jump in the water alongside the kids, and seconds after I landed in the water, I was being thrashed around. I'm talking tumbling, being thrown upside down, being pulled further from shore. I tried to get out multiple times but was unsuccessful. After about 30 minutes of this, I finally was able to push myself out of the water and get onto shore. I was exhausted and spit out a good amount of seawater. I don't know how the local people didn't notice, but I didn't go into that water again. Since then, I haven't gone into the water below my knees. Yeah, I think I wouldn't
Wow, that's
either.
scary.
Totally get it.
I have definitely been pulled in some strong
That's like a rip
Riptide
current,
waves.
right?
or
That sounds
Riptide.
like she was in a
Yeah.
that sounds like you
Yeah.
were in a riptide. I've definitely been had some waves crash over me before again and again where I was like, "Oh my god, like am I going to make this out of this?" But yeah, it is quite scary even for strong swimmers once
Yeah.
you get pulled into these things to try and
Get
figure
out
out
of
how to
it.
get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thankfully
Well,
you're
and
here.
oh, thank
Yes.
goodness. Well,
Yeah.
I was telling her I mean, if it really was 30 minutes, I imagine that when you're in it, it probably feels like it lasts
Forever.
forever. But
Yeah.
she could have easily drowned.
Yeah.
Easily.
If
Yeah.
you weren't
So
strong enough to
scary.
keep going, yeah, for sure. I mean, this is why people drown is most of the time because they don't have the energy to keep trying
Yeah.
to get back.
Very,
Yeah,
very
this
happy
really
that
And
you were
scary.
actually,
okay.
if you are ever
God.
caught in a riptide, swim sideways. You go with it,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you'll eventually get out of it,
Diagonally.
and then you can swim to shore.
Okay.
Yes.
Or just stick to pools if you want. No
Yes.
judgment.
Or
Or lakes.
or not below your knees. You know what? You're
Yeah.
also safer for sharks that way. Less likely.
Yes. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Unless those sharks at like ankles. then-
Ah, let's
Lindsay, no.
Those damn ankle sharks.
Ankle biters.
Yeah. Okay. So I have one more story, and this one is from my mom. So thank
Can't
you,
wait.
Thanks, Mom.
Little background. My mom is a nurse, and she started working in northern Canada when she became a nurse in like the 70s. So she actually still is working on it as a nurse, even though she should be retired. But she
Retired,
just loves
yeah.
her job, I guess. So
These boomers, man, they don't know when to stop. They're
I
gonna work forever.
know. I know. I'm like, you can relax now. You don't
Yeah,
have to keep doing
you are
this.
allowed. You know what? I mean, my mom's the same. She just can't stop. Even when she's trying to relax, she's like, "Oh, I have to go and clean the kitchen." I'm like, "Just sit down and watch a movie with me." Like, stop.
I know. So, my mom dictated this to me a bit last night, just kind of told me. So I wrote down notes. This morning she found her full 20 pages of notes, like a letter she had written to her family about this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like a little like my mom has really neat handwriting, but for some reason these notes got a little bit crazier as she went on. I don't blame her because the
Well,
story's
after
kind
20
of
pages
wild.
of writing, like your hand's cramping up.
Yeah, so I can't really go through all the notes because I got them literally the moment we started. So
Unless we
I
love the story, then you
and then I could
will.
maybe
Yeah.
I can maybe go through
Please.
because she said there was other details she had forgotten.
Oh my
So this
God.
Mhm.
Okay.
story takes place in August of 1974.
Oh.
So she says, I was on a canoe trip that took 11 days. It was a 250 or 275-mile trip leaving from Taduli Lake, which is I'm going to actually send you a little photo.
Oh my God, Lindsay, this canoe trip path looks insane.
Yeah, so this is the photo. This is the map of the route that she took. So they started off at Taduli Lake, which was a Chippewa community of First Nations people, but they actually go by Dene or Dene Soothline as what they prefer to be called
Okay. Kind
today.
of sounds
So
French-ish.
That's a French
yeah, I'm not
ass
sure. Like,
name.
well, I can put like the spelling in the chat right now just so you can see. And I actually I think when my mom was there, they were not called this as frequently. So um
Oh wow.
Oh,
yeah,
There's a
wow.
lot of
there's a lot of different
characters.
accents and
Yeah.
characters.
I'll pop
I
that on the screen here.
got this pronunciation from a post on Facebook, so hopefully it is correct. It's not out there a lot.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
not a word I've ever seen before.
for people who are not familiar, this is west of Churchill, Manitoba, which if you're also not familiar, this is the middle of Canada, but
Polar
northern.
bear capital of the world, I think, too.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. So,
Oh, wait.
um,
Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
so this was a very traditional community. The people there lived like they lived off the land and things like that. So a doctor had invited her, along with a medical student, to go on this long canoe trip because she had canoed before, so she had some experience. When they got to the community, they recruited an indigenous person to from the village to join them because
Smart.
they figured, these waters.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Funny enough, this man actually wasn't an experienced canoeer, though. He was more like into motorboats, but he knew the water. So they're
Okay.
like, come on. Um,
Part
and
of
thank
it.
goodness he did, because as we'll get to it. So,
Okay.
so they had two canoes, 2 people per canoe. And they had like this map, as it's 1974. So it's not going to be like the maps we have today, children.
I would not do well.
No. So, and it had like more like written instructions. So at one point it said like, go around the island on the left.
See, that actually
Um,
would help me. I'm a very visual type
yes.
person.
So it was like
So
a visual instruction type of map. So
It was like when you used to go to like these places in the middle of Nova Scotia. They'd be like, so you pass by these 3 big trees, okay? Like
yeah.
really,
Yes.
really big. And then you take the left.
Yes.
you're gonna see a
Don't go
red
right.
barn. Yeah, you're gonna see a
Yeah.
red barn that
You go
has
about another
a
mile.
broke tractor. Turn
Yeah.
left at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the kind of instructions they have. But so they encounter this island that they're supposed to go left, but their group leader, Ron, I think he was the doctor,
Ron.
Dr. Ron, he chose to go right. So
And boy, was he Ron
this is a little
about that. Sorry.
Uh,
There's the door.
So sorry. No, I'll leave.
Thank you. I love it. I love a good pun. Okay, so this is her words now. The first day we went around the wrong side of a very small island in our canoe. Their canoe was in front. We went over a ledge, which was just enough to drop and flip the canoe over. A rope tangled around my leg since I was sitting in the bow in the front of the canoe. Everything was latched into the canoe, so nothing fell out. But the fellow in back, the medical student, was in my mom's canoe, and he flew out of the canoe and landed like a short ways upstream from her. The canoe, they pulled off to the side. So the other canoe pulled off to the side when they saw what had happened. So that's the doctor and the indigenous man they brought. And they rushed onto land and grabbed the canoe rope and pulled their canoe on shore. And I was probably screaming at this point. So
Yeah,
things were
rightfully
not going
so.
well after
Yeah.
not listening to the instructions. So started off a little scary. They were able to, though, like I said, grab their supplies. So they ended up stopping here for the night to camp. So to reset, to dry out their belongings. But my mom said that this was a very scary night for her because she already felt like things were not going super well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she was just very nervous for what the next days would bring. They didn't really know what the rapids would be like. They're in literally just a canoe. So it also rained a lot of days of this trip too, so you're scared, cold, and wet. Not great.
Yeah.
So luckily, the indigenous man they found was with them because he was the only one who was able to like make fire out of, because everything was so wet.
Oh.
So they were able to kind of dry things out and actually have like some hot tea and
Mhm.
eat something.
Especially after you almost drowned in, I know it's like
Mhm.
August, but the more north you go, it's not like warm water. Like I'm sure your mom was
Right.
freezing.
I mean,
Everything's
it's
just
still
wet.
cold for sure.
You're still outside overnight. You don't want to be
Yeah.
wet.
No.
Exactly.
Hot take.
So the next day would bring more rapids, but luckily no more incidents.
Good.
Again, still very wet though because it's raining. So
God
whether you're in the
damn.
water or not, you're cold and wet. So they ended up catching some fish along the way, which again, very beneficial to bring an indigenous person with you. But at this, where they were though, they didn't have a hard time catching fish because they were very abundant. So
Oh, okay.
this
Cool.
is area that's not
You just
heavily
like
fished.
reach in. and grab one,
I
right?
don't know
Yeah.
how easy it was, but definitely easier than probably if you were going to go somewhere
Yeah,
where
more
fishing
like
were.
highly populated area.
Yeah. So they're continuing along. You see on the map, they were getting near the mouth of Hudson's Bay. So that's that big body of water in the
Hmm.
photo at the end. This is where they started seeing some evidence of polar bears. So there were some things like on the shore, like they saw these gas cans that were clearly like gnawed at. That looked like it could have been a polar
Oh.
bear trying to get things.
Get that sweet, sweet gasoline.
Um, they also had to pass by some polar bears at one point that looked like they were kind of waiting for seals. So
Okay.
luckily, they did not consider my mom and her friends seals.
Thank God.
So
Not enough blubber.
no,
Right.
they reach Seal River, which is near
Feel like there
like
might be a seal there.
Hudson's Bay.
And also all the polar bears waiting
Yeah.
at Seal River.
There's lots of rocks here. So at one point, my mom's canoe ends up kind of getting forced sideways, and water rushes in and fills up the canoe
Oh my
like almost
God.
instantly. So, yeah, it was not great. The pressure actually broke her canoe in half. Yeah, so she's like, never turn your canoe sideways. And even though I don't think
Well,
she was intending to, it
I'll
did
never be
No,
in a
most of the
clearly
canoe,
not.
way.
so it's not a problem.
Yeah, but it fills up very quickly. So always, as we've talked about before, into the waves.
Yes.
Or I'll stay on land.
Or stay
Or
on
just stay on
land.
land.
Mm.
That's where the polar bears are. So,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
okay, Yeah.
where are you going to go? So they were forced to take what they could out of the boat, and then everyone had to then go into the other boat. They only had one boat at this point, so they had to kind of carry their boat over some rocks.
Portaging.
Yeah,
Portage.
to get to where the river met Hudson Bay. So they ended up getting back in a boat and headed 4 miles north, like in Hudson Bay. And the boat was only a few inches above the water at this point because of other supplies and 4 people in the canoe. So
Yeah.
luckily the water was calm.
Mm.
Imagine having no canoe at this point.
Oh my God.
Beluga whales actually approached their boat to check them out. So again, luckily, like they didn't
Cool.
rock the boat too
But
much,
yeah,
but
they're
they were
Yeah.
gentle.
they're fine, right?
They're
Like
friendly,
are,
but they
but
might,
their
yeah.
their canoe was so low in the water that like they didn't want to like them to bump it and like
And like
the
a
water
wave or, yeah.
okay.
So they were very friendly though, and didn't hurt them at all. So they finally reached their destination, which was like a cabin in the woods. I guess it was like a goose hunting cabin
None of this
situation.
sounds like I want to do it at all.
I know. The fact that I'm like here, that my mom was doing these kind of fun
Shocking.
trips, it's like she didn't even care about her future children.
Oh, yeah.
Or that I might
Well,
not
because
make
she didn't
it.
even exist.
Like,
She
come
was like, I
on.
want to go on this sick ass canoe trip. It's gonna be so much
I
fun.
know. It's like, be careful. My future existence depends on it.
Yeah.
So-
Right?
On your survival.
I know. I was like, you put us at risk, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so they reached their destination. Like I said, their so their whole plan, that I guess the doctor planned out, was that they would have to reach this cabin and they would be picked up by plane later. So there was no like communication in between. It's just like, make it here, and if you
Mhm.
don't make it for like the destination time, your ticket out of here
SOL.
will leave. Yeah. I think it was kind of like the plot in the most recent Jurassic Park movie.
Oh gosh.
And also, I think like Jumanji or something, the new ones, where it's like, meet at this pickup spot so you can get rescued.
Yeah.
So they decided to give a couple days out from when they thought they would be there, just to give them some extra time, just in
Thank
case.
God they did.
Yeah, because what if you get there late and then the plane is like, they weren't here, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, so on the first night there, they end up hearing some rattling. It was a bunk bed near the window. The rattler, a polar bear. He
Oh my
was using his
God.
paws, standing up on his hind legs and like reaching into their cabin. My mom wasn't sure why the window wasn't closed, if he had broke it or something, or
Mhm.
what, but the window was enough for him to get like his like arm and his shoulder and like his nose in there.
Oh my
sort of.
God, that's enough. That's no,
Yes.
too much.
He's sniffing around. He ends up grabbing the mattress on the top bunk and like pulling it out the window.
Was
It
someone
big
on the
enough for
mattress?
that. No. But
Okay.
they're all freaking out. Like my mom says, she is screaming her head off, and they're like telling
Yeah.
her to stop.
Well, what else are you supposed to do?
Right. So the the indigenous man there had a shotgun, so he actually shoots near the bear, and he kind of grazes like by his head. I
Mhm.
probably more to like scare him at first.
Yeah.
And the polar bear does seem startled by this a little bit. So meanwhile, he's then making like this Molotov cocktail for like the next round of attack for the bear.
What
Um,
is this strip? Like, oh my God.
well, they're like, we need to get him out of like. It doesn't look like he can really get into the cabin, but he's trying to.
Yeah, not to mention he might be
Luckily,
outside, like, when they try to leave the
right.
cabin.
Luckily, after like the shot and stuff, the bear seems like disoriented enough that he starts to like retreat. So he ends up like backing down, and then they see him walk down by the water, and eventually he wanders off and they don't see him again. So this was night one. So you can
Oh
imagine
my
for night
God.
two, they're like still very on edge from night one.
Yeah.
Um my mom was like, I did not sleep very well after
No,
I
that.
I
can
wouldn't.
imagine.
Yeah, so luckily no one was sleeping in that bunk. Like a bear putting an arm in.
Mhm.
So I did ask her what the purpose of this was, and she said it was for adventure. They didn't really have a purpose other than to see if they could do it, but I think she did have some like since it worked out, like they ended up getting picked up via plane this after the second night. So all did end well. She's still here.
Yeah,
But
but
Yes.
like, God
I
damn,
was like, this
though.
must have been your last canoe trip, right? She's like, no, I did another one that was kind of wild, but so maybe that'll be another story she can share.
Please.
Oh my
So
god.
what's really cool though is I'm going to send you the link. We're pretty sure we found the place she stayed at, which is actually much nicer than when she stayed there. It's this lodge
Okay.
where you can go and actually like view polar bears, and for the low price
Oh,
of
cool.
13,500 US dollars or
Coffee. Let's
13,100
dip
US
into the
dollars
savings. That's
depending on the time of year.
oh wow.
You can stay at the lodge. It includes pre and post tour, stay in Winnipeg, uh, stay in one of the three lodges there, and then all meals and beverages, everyday excursions and activities, and winter gear. Like I said, first
Wow.
little over $13,000.
I
You
mean,
can do
I
my
would do
mom's
it.
trip.
They're like a
Um,
tundra-inspired cuisine. Yum.
That
yeah,
would be cool.
this cake looks interesting.
Organic, locally sourced meats and fish, along with fruits and vegetables from our prairie wild orchard
Yeah,
and gardens.
Look how we're
yeah.
more pumped about the food.
Well, it's like the food's right in
As
front of a
long as
polar
I'm
bear
not the
too.
Yeah, I
food,
know.
I'm
Yeah.
good. So it
Oh,
actually is
it's
pretty
also
cool. You can
wolves.
go out and see, yeah, and it's guided, so I assume safer than what my mom did.
There's so
Yeah.
many
But
animals and the Aurora
uh, yeah,
Borealis.
and there's
Ugh.
belugas.
Oh my
It looks
God.
beautiful. And
Yeah, it
she's like,
does.
this looks like it might, based on the map, she's like, I think this is where she stayed, but
That's
now
so
it's much
cool.
nicer.
Yeah, they
Um,
they they made it a little more bear proof. Let's hope.
right. Yeah.
Well,
So
Lindsay, it based on the map of what you sent me on Google, and then the map here, it's the same
It's
river.
it.
It looks
yes.
identical. Yeah.
Well, she was pointing out, I'm like, Mom, there's actually like a place here and it's this place. So it looks really interesting. Like
That's so
I would actually
cool.
still be a little scared because the polar bears, but
What is that? There's
yeah.
some kind of a quote. One second here.
Oh, and it includes airfare from Winnipeg to Churchill.
Okay.
So
That's pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
still
That's
very expensive.
Don't take a
steal.
canoe. Take the airfare option.
Oh,
Um
wow.
so
That's
yeah.
really cool. Damn. Your mom lived a life
I know. She had
before
told me the
you.
polar bear part, but she
Yeah.
didn't tell me all the other stuff before.
Yeah.
So, and she does have 20 pages of notes from it, which I can imagine.
There we
I
go.
would have
That's
at
going to be your
least 20
bedtime
pages.
story tonight. You're going to read it to your
Yes.
children at some point.
This is
Oh
what
my
your
God, you
grandma
can. You can
did.
like write it out and it could be like your bedtime story to your children from
Yeah.
grandma.
I would buy that kid's book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is called the 3-color bear rule. Bear attacks. Use this bear rhyme to stay safe. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's why I don't want to hang with polar bears. I don't know.
All right.
From a distance.
Just
I
an
actually
FYI.
saw there's a polar bear at the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago, and I
Mm.
saw him for the first time recently. He came out for 30 seconds and then he went back in.
Good
But I
for
saw
him.
him. It's my first time seeing him. I've been here for 8 years.
And that was
I
likely
was
your
just like,
last
did they
time as
actually
well.
have a
That
polar bear? I don't know.
that is also the type of interactions I would like to have with the world. Just
Yes.
30 seconds every 8 years.
All right, I'm done.
Everyone's really excited about it, and you're like,
Yeah.
and that's all you get.
It's
Right.
like
Oh,
Groundhog
thank
Day,
you.
but less frequent.
Yeah.
And less pressure because you don't
Yeah.
have to like dictate if it's going to be spring or winter or
Are you kidding me?
you
He
know.
doesn't
Exactly.
care. There's no pressure
Yeah.
on him. He's like, you get what you get,
That's
okay?
Yes. You
I
got a
don't
moment of
control the
bliss.
weather. Yeah.
I don't know. Spring, okay? Spring's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? 8 more weeks of winter, however many it is.
Yeah, he's
Whatever.
the groundhog now.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more to read because we're longer than we thought that we would be, which is great. So this is the Zombie Sea Lion plus Secret Base, and it's from Stu from Instagram / Stu from Meg's old work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stu
Okay.
is my bestie who is trying to make it out in LA and become an actor.
Mhm.
And he's done some stuff. So send him
We believe in you,
Oscar
Stu.
vibes. Yeah.
Yes.
Stu,
Yes.
you're going to be the next Tom Cruise.
By the way, and at the end
Right?
of the last story, did we say thanks to Lindsay's mom? Because if not, thanks, Lindsay's
my
mom.
God.
for-
Oh,
yeah.
I
Thank
will
you.
tell
Lindsay's
her.
mom.
Yes. Thanks, Mom.
But I also feel like we're not quite done with that story because
No,
she has
I feel like
19
there's-
more pages of notes.
And
So-
also another story to tell us,
I
clearly.
know. I'll
So-
go through them and get the next story for
Thank
Yeah.
you.
future
Okay.
listener episode.
Perfect.
that was insane, and I just can't see like someone now who was like should be retired going on these crazy adventures, but you
Yeah,
forget
my
your
mom is
parents were once young.
76.
Yeah,
So I'm like, she just, it doesn't, I can't believe she did these things, but
I know.
she's like, it was
Our
so
Our
long
parents were
time
like cool
ago.
before us, you know?
Yeah.
So we ruined them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Have you ever heard of sea lions and dolphins getting sick from algae blooms? Well, my son and I had a situation in Dana Point a few months back. A sea lion, which they're usually super nice, became almost demonic. They started attacking surfers, swimmers, and pretty much anything in the ocean. Apparently, the algae causes their brain to go haywire. So
Scientifically,
It's like catnip for seal.
well, it sounds like evil catnip.
evil catnip.
Yes.
So my son and I are swimming with a bunch of other people, and we see this sea lion. He looks right at us in our eyes. He bobs under the water, and 5 seconds later pops up right in front of us and shows his teeth. We start to panic, and he goes under the water again. 30
I'm
seconds
dead.
later, his head pops back up and lurches to the side, and there's blood coming out of his head.
Oh my God.
I realized then that it's just his head. Something bit his head off his freaking body.
What the hell?
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, and then he just goes, my other story is about rockets and potential secret army base.
Anyway,
Stu.
another time.
Just, by the way, just like decapitation.
Next.
Okay. Did you know SpaceX launches rockets here pretty regularly? I actually did know this. One part of their rocket lands in the ocean and the other goes somewhere in space. Anyways, I'm watching one, and when it flew over the ocean, I saw a weird glowing coming from the ocean. Not a reflection. It was like neon translucent. It went side to side really slow and then darted away at a crazy speed. There, like, no chance it was anything man-made. Some of the guys that have lived there forever told me that there's a rumor of some underwater base. Usually I'd be like, yeah, you're messing with me, but I saw this thing in the water and there is something weird to it. Okay, so Stu, first of all, what the fuck? Second of all, you
Don't
need to
gloss
go and
over that
yeah, you need to go and investigate this underwater base for us, and then
for us, for
right in.
research.
I mean, he
Don't
has
get
a
caught, though.
surfboard, so paddle
Yeah.
out.
Mhm.
Get some goggles. Just stick your head down. I
Yeah.
I
And
posted
who
the
bit off
video.
this head? Like
What?
I'm
What bit
who,
off
Yeah.
the head?
What? Like I'm just okay.
And then he
Stu?
sent a very short video of what one of the rockets looks like going through the
Oh,
sky,
that's what
and
you
it's
have in the-
Okay.
freaking cool.
That
Oh
is
damn,
cool.
that is really cool.
Oh, you can
Okay.
actually see the little piece fall.
Fall,
start to
yeah.
yeah.
Very
Wow.
cool. I'll pop that in the video. It'll be on Instagram. All of the above.
Okay.
Well, thanks everyone for writing
that
in.
was-
Yeah, this
that
was
was
this was
awesome.
fun. So
Yes. I also
looking
like
forward
that I
to
didn't
another
have to do
one.
anything. That was great for me.
You're welcome.
we love when you write for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we like
guys,
when
this is so nice for us because not only do you get to get your story out there, which I think is kind of cool,
Yep.
but then we don't have to actually like do any research, just a little bit of
Yeah,
editing.
Don't have to, like,
Oh,
So
a
if
little bit?
anything,
Okay.
Just kidding.
There was a
Well,
lot of
I mean-
investigations.
I did a little bit of editing.
Intrusions. This
Well,
year. This
well,
year.
that's not okay. We can't speak.
Chantel actually just did our last recording like 2 days ago. So
Yeah. My
that
brain's still on
takes-
fire.
It
Just
takes
laugh
us,
happy.
like I probably several hours to really like or
Do the
more.
research? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's always harder on Fridays too because like we just
Yeah.
finished work and then we have to like say things, even more things
Right.
to people.
it's
and
easy
like,
if I'm
oh,
not the
this is-
one presenting because then I can just relax,
Listen.
and
Yeah.
enjoy. But
Yeah. Add commentary. But yes, we really love this. Please write in all the time. And whenever we
Yes.
have enough, we'll do a random listeners episode, basically. So,
And just to put everyone at ease, literally anything
Anything.
that's ever happened to you that's
Anything.
kind of like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
write
I
in,
like that.
please.
yeah, the slightest
that.
amount of interest, we'll take it.
Even if it's not interesting,
Yeah.
but it's
Mhm.
like, I saw this really pretty rainbow, and I don't know.
As you see,
Well,
we do
maybe-
short things too. So we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
Yeah,
Just write in.
exactly.
It'll be great.
We might
Yes.
embellish your story if that is your story. But
Yes.
we'll see.
And then lasers shot out from the ground.
And a unicorn.
Decapitation.
Yeah. Seal decapitation. What?
Well, but that
Blood
apparently really
everywhere.
happened. That's
okay,
so fucking
well, no big
crazy.
deal.
Yeah.
Happy 2 years to you guys and to
yes.
us.
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully
been
a
by
lot
of
now the
fun.
weather is getting a
Um,
little warmer for us. That would be
The
great.
sun's out longer.
Yeah, not frigid temperatures. It's
Snow
still
is melting.
February as we record this, though. It's actually we're a little bit ahead. So
It's
Yeah.
sunny. So
was,
I'm happy
but
with
now-
that.
Minus
where we
30
are-
today. I was not happy.
yeah,
gonna
go
by
for
a walk,
March, it's
And now I'm
nice.
gonna eat nachos instead. So
Mhm.
that's how it is. Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's it.
That's
All
it.
right. I
Okay.
love you guys.
On
See
to
you
the
guys
next
next
2
year.
weeks.
2 more years. And
2
then
more years. 7 more years. 7 more. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you for listening today. We loved having you. If you liked the episode, share with your friends, family, or anyone who would enjoy it. Also, take a moment to review our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Leaving us a like or comment really helps. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, please visit our coffee page at www.ko-fi.com/coastfiles. Email us at coastfilespod@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at coastfilespod, or visit our website at www.coastfiles.com. You can find the sources for today's episode on our website. See you next week with a new episode.